Guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And the Spurs making a change here. Vassell's checked in.
24, Devin Vassell.
So it's San Antonio now. They trail by 11. Collins against Van Vliet. Pass to Wembanyama. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Here's Banks, guarded by Van Vliet. Banks gets the bucket. Banks has got 16 points now. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Vassell outside. The three from Wembanyama. Collins with the rebound.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Go get him. Go get him.
Here's Banks, guarded by Van Vliet. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Here's Vassell. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. A minute and a half left to play in the first. Here's Banks. 18 points for him. Driving inside, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, prime time and their last time out against the Spurs was all business. He added 55 points, and as always, he was fantastic on the glass, a rebounding machine. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wembanyama, screen on McDaniels. Here's Vassell. San Antonio again missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Here's Castle. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Minnesota up by 16. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves. What do you think, guys?
Substitution on the board.
Get outside! Get outside!
Pass to Branham. Now here's Vassell. Outside, Williams. Here's Branham. Yet to see a basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vassell. Off target with the 3.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And he's going for the oop here. Collins, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
The first one falls.
A late first-rounder in the 2022 draft, Malachi Branham averaged double figures as a rookie. That is rare for a teenager.
I got shooter here. Here we go. We're going to push it on the miss. Get the rebound. I got box here. Quick out. That's up.
And he makes both free throws. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Set it up. Go get him.
Here's Banks. 24 points for him. And the layup is good off the glass. Banks has got 26.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Spurs trail by 20. Wembanyama, screen on Gobert. Pass to Wembanyama. The 3 sends it home from three-point land. Wembanyama's got 6.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama, a big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
And he lobs it up top. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, the athleticism Edwards has is off the charts. He makes those alley-oop catches look effortless.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Outside Robinson. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves lead by 19. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
And running into Edwards must be like hitting a brick wall.
For San Antonio, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Over to the left wing. Sohan outside. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Nails the baby hook. Wembanyama's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this. And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Different look for San Antonio. Johnson, he's checked in for Robinson. Castle comes in for Vassell. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Branham. Spurs trail by 21. We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Castle for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Banks has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for Minnesota. Banks. 2 shots.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And the Spurs shooting just 24% on this one. Not great. From the low block. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Here's Banks, guarded by Van Vliet. The shot's good. Banks has got 31.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's San Antonio now. Van Vliet outside. Castle for 3. Banks pulls it in. Banks has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
On the take. Oh!
Wow.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Pass to Castle. Here's Van Vliet. And the layup falls. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
4th team foul.
First free throw is good.
Banks at the line for 2.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Pass to Castle. And here's Sohan. Outside Wembanyama. Hits a three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 11.
Well, that's the area that could make Wembanyama virtually unstoppable.
Here's Banks. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. A huge 24-point lead for them. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Glad to have you with us. So far, it's been a dismal performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking it well.
No, they are not. It's been pretty embarrassing. Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. Things not looking great. Trailing big. How do they rally back?
Oh, you're asking me? I don't know. I'll give it to Coach Kitty over there. Who you got, Jet?
Well, this is where pride has to kick in. Down in the series, backs against the walls. Are you going to pack it in, or do you want to battle?
That is the question. Men or mice? Got to stick with it. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us again for round one of the NBA playoffs. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Fred Van Vliet out there with Castle, and it's Johnson in at the small forward. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Lets the three fly, sinks it from distance. Johnson's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Minnesota leading by 23. Pass to Banks. tipped.
Yeah, the reach is amazing. Sochan will get his fair share of blocks during his career.
Here's Castle. Edwards comes with a double team. Here's Sochan. Castle for three. Banks pulls it in.
Spurs foul.
Banks has got 11 rebounds in the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Fires for three. Counted from distance. Banks has got 43 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Van Vliet, the pass to Sochan. Nice shot by Wembanyama.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Banks. In the... Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible. My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And that one good. Banks has got 47 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. With the drive, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
Banks.
And Minnesota making a change here. Miller's checked in.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 0, Leonard Miller.
And here's Van Vliet. Double team on Van Vliet. Pass to Castle. Now here's Johnson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Fred VanVleet.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And the big X factor Van Vliet brings to the team is leadership. He's very talented at setting a good tone out on the floor and organizing his guys.
Double team on Van Vliet. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Look, that's just smart recognition. They blitzed it, and he found the open teammate.
Good. He hits again. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Back to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Banks is... The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Rebound by San Antonio. That's tipped. Johnson inside, guarded by Miller. Three-pointer, Van Vliet connects from downtown. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Here's Banks, guarded by Van Vliet. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Castle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Anthony Edwards.
San Antonio shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. First one falls for him. Williams is checked in for San Antonio. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And the Timberwolves making a change here. No good on the second free throw. Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Here's Banks. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution for your Spurs.
Timberwolves on D. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Banks. Driving in. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Minnesota with a rebound. Banks has got 15 rebounds here tonight. There's 57 seconds left in the third, and they pick up 2. Banks has got 57 points. 55 seconds left to play in the third. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Branham. Banks pulls it in. He's feeling it. Rebound by Van Vliet.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Launches a 3. Banks pulls it in. Banks has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. 16 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Good on the bucket.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Vassell passes to Branham. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Spurs ball.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting one.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's Banks. Another bucket! Wow! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.